Hello, everybody. Hello. It's Nicole Banister, aka NIKKI BANZ, your hostess with the mostest. Welcome to NIKKI BANZ Live. Hello, everybody. I'm seeing people join on the Instagram live chat. Welcome. It is so exciting to have you all here today. What an absolute treat. Welcome to NIKKI BANZ Live, everybody. Welcome. Once again, it's your girl, Nicole Banister, aka NIKKI BANZ, your hostess with the mostest for NIKKI BANZ Live, coming to you every single Tuesday for the rest of this year. We've got amazing speakers, guests lined up for you on this Instagram Live interview series. Welcome, everybody. I see people coming in. Hey, giving y'all a little wave, giving y'all a little shout out. Waiting for a couple more folks to join us on this Instagram Live before we bring on our guest for today. We are so excited. I am incredibly excited. Once again, this is NIKKI BANZ Live, coming to you hot every single Tuesday with a new guest. Somebody amazing from across the globe, actors, rappers, DJs, entertainers, MCs, Olympians, authors, entrepreneurs. Every single Tuesday, I'm bringing you a brand new guest, somebody amazing, somebody incredible to come and talk to us about their lived experiences, their career, their successes, their challenges, their highlights, all of these things. You are on live with NIKKI BANZ, and I'm so excited to have you all here. I'm going to bring out our guest in just a moment, just waiting for him to come on to the chat and request to join. But everybody, you have an absolute treat for you all today. Kachinga is in the building, coming to us all the way from Lusaka, Zambia. It's going to be absolutely incredible. If you didn't know anything about Zambia before, I'm going to tell you, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn about Zambia today, party people. I'm so excited. So once again, I'm Nicole Banister, and every single Tuesday I'm bringing you this Instagram Live interview series. And the reason why I wanted to do this show was so that different people from across the globe could hear fresh voices, fresh perspectives from all sorts of incredible, dynamic, successful people. Whether it's young pole master from Los Angeles, California in the US, or it's Sibin Gessi, our guest from last week, coming to you from right here in Cape Town, South Africa, or our guest today, Kachinga, coming to us from Lusaka, Zambia. I want to bring you dynamic, diverse voices from all over the world. And don't you worry, we're going to have an opportunity for you to ask all the questions that you want to ask to our guest today. If you haven't checked it out yet, there's a little question box feature, that little bubble with the question mark in it. You can ask any questions that you want throughout the chat. Click on that, type it in there, and we'll be able to answer your questions. I'll be giving Kachinga about 10-15 minutes at the end of the interview to answer your questions and to respond to all the things that you want to say to him. All right, amazing. We got about 10 people on the live, but we are missing our star attraction, Kachinga. I'm sure he's about to come on in a second. And in the meantime, you just get to keep listening to me talk because that's what I do. So, party people, welcome to the chat. I see we got KB in here today. I see we've got Crystal, we've got Julia. Welcome. Medi in the building. Hello, Janine. Hello, Tashinga. Hello, Rue. Hello, Mom and Dad. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Okay, we got Marcus in here. We got all sorts of people in the chat. Okay. Fantastic. Well, I'm super excited to have you all here today. Once again, our guest, Kachinga, is coming to you live from Lusaka, Zambia. I'm going to bring him on in just a moment. Just waiting for him to hop onto the live. Crystal, shout out to the earrings. Thank you. Endo Squared from Nairobi, Kenya. Shout out to the girl, Amani, who brought these to me in Cape Town last Christmas. Yes, Endo Squared. Black owned, woman owned. You know we out here for the culture. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. All right, party people, give me just a moment. Just waiting for our guest to hop on the live. He should be joining us in just a moment. But once again, every single Tuesday, I'm going to be bringing you these interviews. We've got all sorts of incredible guests lined up. Our first guest, young pole master, came in with insane energy. This stripper instructor, pole dancer extraordinaire for the stars. He was absolutely incredible, speaking to us about how he protects his energy, what it's like working in an industry like that, the pole dancing industry. It was fantastic. So cool. Sivan Gessi was on last week. We talked about blurring these gender identities, shutting down gender norms, conquering both the feminine and the masculine, intersecting those really interesting energies, because Siv is not only an actor and an entertainer, but he's also, the type of person. He does pole dancing, he does drag, he does all sorts of amazing things. So it's just like a super interesting mix. And today's guest, Kachinga, is a rapper, a TV presenter, just incredible. All right, party people, you've listened to me talk long enough. The man of the hour is here. I'm going to bring on Kachinga all the way from Lusaka, Zambia. We're so excited. Let me get a little drum roll going for myself. All right, we're about to bring him on. Just sent him a request. Hey, look who it is! Hey, it's Kachinga in the building, y'all. Hello, Kachinga.
What's good, ma? How you doing?
I'm doing so well. How are you?
I'm chilling.
Yeah, you are. All right, let me fix my camera real quick. Make sure I'm looking fresh for the boy here. Okay, Zambia's finest in the building. Okay, look at you. Oh my gosh, y'all! If y'all don't already know, look at Kachinga's smile, yo. Those pearly whites. No matter where you are in the world, we can see your smile, Kachinga.
Best believe. NIKKI BANZ, how's it been, though?
I'm so good. I'm so excited to have you on here. It's crazy, So you were like one of the last people I saw before COVID, before the pandemic, before all this craziness. So I always like to start the show by kind of telling people how I know my guests, how I know the people who are on here. So let me give y'all a little bit of background on how I know this man right here, Kachinga. So I used to do a lot of work in Zambia for the company that I was working for. And so I first went to Zambia, I think it was in like 2018. And then I had this homeboy here in Cape Town, this dude named Magic. Shout out Magic, okay?
Hey, Magic!
Shout out Magic. And Magic was like, oh, hey, I see that you're in Zambia. Let me put you in touch with my boy Kachinga. I was like, okay, cool. So we tried to link up way back in 2018. And then it didn't work. Unfortunately, we tried, we failed, but at least we still tried. And then just last year in 2020 in January, I was back in Lusaka for a trip for work. And I was like, yo, today, this is the time. I finally got to meet this dude. And so Kachinga and I, we linked up, we talked, we connected. And then ever since then, we've been just amazing homies. So it's just like such a pleasure to have you here, Kachinga.
Easy, yo.
Okay, so, we got people tuning into the chat. We've got people coming in here. And remember, everyone who's on this live, you can drop questions for Kachinga. Use the little question box at the bottom. There's like a little circle, a little bubble with a question mark. You can type questions in there. Kachinga will answer those questions for you at the end. But Kachinga, for the people who are tuning in and they're like, yo, who is this guy? Talk to the people. Who are you? What do you do? Tell us. Give us in your own words. Tell us your whole story.
Sure. I don't even know. Look, I'm so in like album mode because I'm like working on the album. So I've been doing that a lot. So maybe maybe I should rap and tell you where I'm from.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm ready. You can go for it.
Yeah. I'm from a city of drug dealers and gold diggers, a city where them young hitters and some father figures, where everybody got a fear Jeroboam niggas. Money stacking only mission after competition, operate with no permission. If you snitching, then you wishing for some facial stitches. This ain't an institution. Don't test me like a student. Please proceed with caution. Gun talk is spoken fluent. The Lion King as I navigate through the jungle. Winning team, you can call my hitter Zega Mumble. Fire flame spitter. Call it dragon fever. But on the mic, I got that dirty flow, Kafubu River. I'm from a city where ghetto niggas just go hard. Bench pressing, smoking weed in the backyard. Yet my dogs are vicious, always look suspicious. Couple niggas got framed and hang like pictures. They never love it when you're grinding and you're too ambitious. They rather have you rest in peace printed on some t-shirts. Ghetto Mona Lisa, woke up in my t-shirt. From Musa Killer to the world I represent for Kitway 2-6. Sorry, man. In a nutshell, that's me. That's what.
Oh my gosh! Yo! Yo! Bars! Bars!
Let's
Oh
start
my
like
God!
let's start this live show like that. Cheers.
Yo! Kachinga just spit bars for you guys. Y'all heard it here first. Oh my gosh. The poet, the artist.
Yeah.
Yo, that was so amazing. Thank you. Everybody's in the chat. Mr. 260 is fire. Oh my God. You're the first guest I've had on here who spit some bars for us.
Come on, I must.
Oh my gosh, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Kachinga, that was incredible. And I think it's just a true testament to you as an artist, your stage presence. I mean, I think one of the things that I always admired about you or noticed about you is that you always have a mic in your hand. Like always. Like there is never a time when you don't have a mic in your hand, because you don't only just rap, you MC, you host. So okay, so you got this album that's coming out soon. That's super exciting. Like, you want to give us some background, some, you know, besides the sneak peek we just got, like what's the vision for this album?
All right, so the name of the album is called Broke Billionaire. So that's a concept that I had for, like, coming from a broke space to having a billionaire mindset, you know, because you're only as powerful as your mind tells you. So that's where I was with this, and it's something that's taken me a while to drop. I come from a place where, like, you get criticized a lot. Like, you second guess, and that criticism sometimes makes you second guess your work. Okay. So I've been in a place where I want to drop, but I'm like, is it dope enough? Is it, you know? But I know it's fire though, you know. So I've been in a space like that. That's what's kept me working on the album for a long time. But now I think it's like, yo, it's time y'all hear this. It's something I've been bubbling in, and it's time for y'all to hear this fire though.
Wow. Well, you know, if the bars that you just spit for us are gonna be on that album, or if it'll be anything like that, then it's absolutely 100% gonna be fire. Incredible. So talk to us, like, let's reel it back a little bit. Let's go back a little back in time. Okay. Because you've been in this industry, in the entertainment space for a minute. Talk to us a little bit about how you got your start, some of your early gigs, and because you have a super interesting, like, rise to fame when you were quite young.
Yeah. Okay, so it all started with, like, there's a funny story when I told this one. So I used to play soccer back in the day, right? Like, that was my thing. And then I had this friend of mine that I was going to see. So this is like 2000 and maybe 2006, 2007, right? Throwback like that. So at this time, I'm going to see my friend. I have like a CD, because back in the days we used to get music from CDs and stuff. So I have like a CD. So I'm at the bus stop waiting for my boy so I can give him the CD. And then there's this girl. She's like a mutual friend of ours. Shout out to my girl Janet. Yo, I see you. So this chick comes and she's like, she used to do a youth TV show. And then she was telling us like, yo, there's gonna be a new show that's coming up on the national broadcaster there. So you guys can audition for it and whatnot. So I was laughing about it, like imagine doing TV, bro. So my boy was like, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna come through and do it. Blah. Okay, cool. So I gave him my CD. He gave me his CD. I went. So the day I was bringing back his CD, I was at his house, and I was like, oh no, he left. He's going to like ZNBC for some audition. I'm like, oh damn. Okay, cool. Let me go take the CD to him. So I go to ZNBC, and I find my boy. I'm like, yo, yeah, your CD. So I was like, oh yeah, just chill for me. I'm trying to do this audition thing. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna sit and wait for you to audition. So I'm sitting, and then the lady who used to work at ZNBC, like the boss lady, shout out to Shireen Masupelo, man. She put me on one time for real. So she comes through and she's like, are you guys auditioning for the show? And I'm like, oh no, my boy's auditioning. I'm not auditioning for the show. So it's like, oh yeah, but you should audition too. I'm like, nah, I don't TV. Like, nah, that's not my thing. Like, okay, just do it. So now I didn't want to look like a little chicken and not do it. So I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll just do it. So I go through and they give us like a script. So I see everybody's going, they're trying to read their lines. People's nervous and whatnot. So I'm laughing. It's all funny to me. And when I go on, because I figure like, I don't want to do this. So I probably won't read what they have on the script. I'm just going to say what's in my head and just be a clown about it. So I'm just talking smack. And she's like, yeah, I like that. So I'm like, no, you're not supposed to like that. That's not. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then she says, okay, we're going to give everybody a call back when everything is done. So I head back home. And then, like 2 days later, I get a call. It's like, oh yeah, you got the part. I'm like, what? Yeah, you're going to like a presenter on this new show. I'm like, oh, snap. Okay. So then when she gets up, I call my boy immediately, like, yo, bro. So yeah, we got that show now. We're going to be doing that show. He's like, doing what show? He's like, oh yeah, you didn't get the call. Like, no. Oh, snap.
Oh,
uh-oh. Right.
Uh-oh.
Cool. Snap.
Kachiga, that's crazy. Like, everybody who's on this live right now, or you're watching the rerun, like, did you hear that? This man just went in and he was like, he wasn't even there for the audition, and he just took a chance. And he has so much natural charisma, so much stage presence, so much pizzazz, that extra little sprinkle on top. He got the gig. Yo. So what was your boy mad though? That's the real question.
We were young. We were young. Maybe he was, but nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, we were still cool, like, even after that. Life just got in the way and we went our separate ways, but we were still cool, you know?
Okay. That's a good friend right there. You know, when one of us comes up, we all come up, you know?
Yeah.
So now you're young. Yeah, you're like 18, 19 years old hosting this TV show that's being broadcast across the whole country. What was that like being, you know, a literal teenager and being thrust into the spotlight like that?
You know, like I'll tell you the first ever show that we did, like the first ever episode I recorded. Because first it was funny, like, okay, I got the show right, cool. Now, what do I do with this? So I'm like in the middle of home, I'm practicing, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna be like a funny guy, you know, like that's gonna be my character, I'm just gonna be like the funny guy. So I'm like, I'm checking this out, watching a lot of like TV at the time, like all this like Rap City with like Big Tigger on this beat.
Yes.
Back in
the day.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do stuff like that. And then the first recording, we get in there, boom. Then it hits me like snap. the whole country's gonna be watching this. Like my grandma, my mom's, like what? I was going through
Everybody.
like, I couldn't even say a word. I was like so nervous, anxiety hit me. It was so bad. It was so bad. I was like, what have I gotten myself into? I should have said no.
You were so nervous in the beginning, but clearly,
Like it was funny because like back in the days when you watch like even like a ZNBC like TV back in the day was so like you laugh at like look at these guys and I'm like now I'm those guys. I'm those guys who are gonna be at home watching it like look at these guys.
yes, you are the guy. You are the guy.
So even when I started doing this show, like how I got my confidence was I just knew that I have to make it about like a certain people I represent. Like there's a people like me who are like I like to think were like cool kids or thought we were cool kids. That always like because growing up in like Zambia especially is like a Christian nation, to be like a rapper or like the hip hop culture, it's like music with cuss words, you know. People look at you sideways like, what you listening to? What kind of style is that? So, you know, people will always judge you, especially like your folks, like why you raising a child like that? Like for me, I was a kid that grew up with like cornrows, you know. When a lot of my friends, when you go to their house, their folks will look at you like, your folks let you do cornrows.
Oh,
Okay.
uh-oh.
You know what I mean? So like judge you and stuff.
Okay.
So when I got the gig on TV, I knew like there's kids like me that's like it doesn't mean anything if even if I have like cornrows, it doesn't mean like all of a sudden like I'm the most evil kid in the world or whatever. So that kind of a crowd of like a type of people were called like yo bodies. So
Yo bodies?
Yeah, so yeah, say it with me, Nikki. I'm gonna teach you something today.
Teach me, Kachinga. I'm ready. I'm gonna learn today. Teach me.
I'm gonna put you on the couch. I'm gonna put you on the couch one time. So right, so this is like it's like a yo bali or like an exe. You say it with me, an exe. You forget
Exe. It's a cross-cultural moment here, y'all.
I know. So yeah, you know, like being labeled as those kind of kids, I knew I needed to be like a voice for them. Because I grew up on kids like Bow Wow, you know, like you watching a kid like Bow Wow, like I can rap too. Like he's so cool, and I know like everybody in my class wants to be like Bow Wow. You know?
Right.
Yeah, so if I'm gonna be on TV, let me be that guy for those people. Like let me be a cool kid.
Yes.
So it had its like pros and cons. It was cool for some kids that felt like that, but then it had the folks feeling like maybe you making our kids wanna be so rebellious. Like you wanna make our kids wear bandanas when our kids have their shit tucked in. You wanna make our
Maybe you're a skirt kid. Me, you know, I'm old, Kachinga. I'm old now. I'm not a yo body. I'm not an exe. I'm old. But you can represent for the skirt kids. Okay, but I think like what you're talking about is so important, right? It's having a role model, having somebody that young people who want to get into the industry, whether it's acting, whether it's rapping, emceeing, entertaining, you know, having a role model for someone like you who's cool, who's hip, who can talk the talk, walk the walk, you know, you have the clothing, the kicks to match, right? You're being an example for these kids all over the country, and literally your name, right? Like, you know, obviously, you know, we call you Kachinga, but like on your IG handle at 260 worldwide, you know, and you go by, you know, Mr. 260, right? So 260, for those who don't know, 260 is the country code for Zambia. So, you know, you got like +1 for the United States, you got +27 for South Africa, +260 is literally the country code for Zambia. So here we got Kachinga, who is literally saying, I'm Mr. 260, right? I am Zambia worldwide. Like, what is it like? Not only in Zambia, but I know you traveled across the continent, you traveled around the world. Like, what is it like for you to represent Zambia on the global stage? I bet half the people listening to this right now don't even know anything about Zambia. So like, what's that like for you?
Yeah. No, it's like Zambia is like a beautiful place, right? First of all. So but it's because it's not like on a platform like a South Africa, like in terms of the arts and the culture, which I feel like is something our new government should look into. Like the arts and the culture is good for tourism, you know what I'm saying? So like I really feel like being someone in the world of the arts, it's I feel this duty to like represent for where I'm from, you know, like let them know me. First of all, when you know me, you already know I'm Zambian. That's number one. You know,
Okay.
that's and that's I feel like that's important for me. And this came from pretty much when I spent time in Namibia when I was at school in Namibia. So I did the music, right? So every time like I would like rap and like I would drop music, even like on my if you go to my YouTube, like this southern music that I have links, the comments is people from Namibia that would appreciate it and be like, yo, this is what Namibian hip hop should be about. I like Namibian rappers. So I had that thing like, oh no, wait, I need to remind people that I'm Zambian. You know, like and so that's where the name came from. Like 260 with everything, it must just be like I'm Zambian. Of course I'm not gonna be like represent for everything a Zambian stands for, you know, like I'm my own person at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But all I'm just trying to say is no matter how big I get in the world, let them know that it was that guy from Zambia.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm giving you snaps. That's amazing. You know, because I think even if you are the type of person who's moving, traveling to different places, different countries, you know, you can still represent, you know, one time for the home country. You know, and you bring that culture of yours from Zambia to the world while you still gain all the beauty and all the new insights from all these different cultures. So that's just so beautiful. And just like for everybody who's tuning in right now, remember Kachinga's going to answer some of your questions. So like if you have questions, type them, use the little chat feature, use the little question box, like a little circle with a question mark in it. Ask Kachinga a question, ask him about Zambia, ask him about his career, ask him about, you know, all those things, you know. So we're gonna give him some time, a couple minutes at the end to respond to those questions. Maybe someone's gonna, you know, I'm like, tell me about the best places to go in Lusaka. No, that would be a question for later. But one of the things that I want to talk about with you too is like you just have, in addition to, you know, the way that you talk, the way that you know, move through spaces with just this like presence, you also just have like insane style. Like your style is just next level. Like if anyone has gone to this man's Instagram at 260 worldwide, like the drip, I can't even control it. Like it's just all over the place. And especially, and this is something that me and Kachinga have connected on, the sneaker game. Yo, your sneaker game is unbelievable. Talk to us about your kicks, your sneaker collection, like the Nikes, the Jordans. Like how did you start collecting? Where do you get your shoes from? Like what's the inspo there?
Like I think style came from just being in the culture, number one, right? Like being in a space where I always like I grew up on like a lot of these American music videos, yo. Like like my oldest brother always put me on, yo. He put me on, and when I say like American hip hop, I'm talking like Dipset, man. I'm talking about like, you know what I mean?
Hey,
Roll Santana with the bandana.
It's Dipset. Hey, hey.
So I watched a lot of that. I watched a lot of like Nelly coming up in that era too, you know.
Okay.
So, and then I was like, my older brothers also had like mad style, like with kicks and everything. They used to collect, but I couldn't afford kicks. That was number one. So I did a lot of like hand downs is what I used to rock. So I like whatever my like yeah. But then I knew like every time I'd save money from school, like your lunch money, you save up, go to like the market, check like these secondhand ones, the freshest of them. Oh, like yo, them Jordans, I want to rock these.
I love it.
I saw those in like a video, like Nelly had those on, like I'm rocking those. So it came from that. Then, so that I just had that growing up. But what really got me like mad into the culture is actually magic. Magic is the one that got me in the culture. And this is how.
Shout out Magic.
So like Magic is like mad on you know he's mad in his sneaker game too.
Oh, yes. Yes. Unreal sneaker game, you know. Magic, I don't even know if Magic is on right now, but Magic, once again, if y'all didn't see the beginning, Magic is a mutual friend who introduced me and Kachinga while I was in Lusaka back in the day, back in 2020. And yeah, Magic sneaker game is unreal.
Exactly. So he put me on like we started doing this music thing together. And like, I'm gonna tell you a story about how me and Magic met. That's also another funny backstory.
All right, hit us.
So Magic, this time he had gone to like China for school, and he was telling me like, "Yo, fam, like in China, I can get you like all the Jordans in the world."
He was in the import-export business on the DL. He was like, I got the kicks straight from China. Actually, you know what? Funny story. I actually bought my first ever pair of Air Force Ones while I was in China. I'm telling you. And they might not have been real, honestly, but they were fly. We international, baby. We got USA, South Africa, Zambia, China. We out here all over the world, baby.
So yeah, and that's how the collection started. He was like, "Yo, like you name it, bro. Like we can go from 1s to 13s, bro. We can have them all."
That's amazing.
So yeah. Now let me tell you a backstory of how Magic and I met.
Okay.
So I'm at this studio, right? Like it's like a studio in Indora. This is on the Copper Belt. Me and Magic both came from the Copper Belt in Zambia. So I'm at the studio. So I listen to like there's new music at the studio. So I already had this TV show going on. I have like a name on the streets. So I'm always just looking up for like new kids that's hot that we could put on the TV show to come perform on the show and just like showcase.
Okay.
So I'm always like videos, hanging out, checking out what's new. So I listen to this dude. So I can hear he raps with an accent. He's got like this American accent. I'm like, who's this dude? So like, oh yeah, nah, just one of these rich kids who lives like down the road. Like, oh, okay. Interesting. I wanna listen to his style. Like I wanna meet this dude. Like he sounds interesting. Cool. So then I have like a music video I'm shooting for one of my songs. So this is like in a studio like that's next to the recording studio. It's like a dude. He's got like this little room that he sets up this white backdrop kind of video stance. So I'm shooting something like that.
Yeah. Early days.
I'm hustling. You know what it is?
Yeah.
So I have like a bottle of champagne because I'm about to pop a champagne in the video. So then, boom. Boom.
Yeah.
One dude, right? Damn chains. He's got like 4 or 5 chains on him. I'm like, who's this dude? And he's like, yo, don't pop that champagne bottle. Let me get you another bottle. So I'm like, who's this dude? So now imagine, I'm a superstar this time. So I'm there in the room. The girls, it's a video shoot. Come on. Who's this dude?
Right.
So normally I'll be like, yo, who are you? So I look at dude, I'm like, okay, let's go. And I walk off set. So now the camera dude's like, hey, what happened?
Where you going?
Where you going?
Okay. And so then what? Magic has he has a better bottle. He has something better for you.
So this is what I'm thinking. Like, for him to tell me this, he must have some good for me. So I go down, and I'm like, who are you? And he's like, no, I'm a rapper. I'm like, are you the dude that raps with like an accent? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yes.
Wow. Wow.
So we go to his house, and he gets me like these bottles, right? And this is probably like his dad's bottles and stuff. So he grabs these bottles. He gets like a stack of money. He's like, let's go use these as props for the video. And we just click with the boy.
I love this because this story is not even just about how you and Magic met, you know, best friends, but it's like you're talking about like the come up and how it was like in the old day. You know, you just grabbing your parents' bottles, trying to make it look like it's a vibe, like it's a scene. And people see you now, you know, you're Mr. 260, you're a superstar. You got, you know, everything. You know, you got the girl, you got the bottles, you got the shoes, you got everything you want. But it's like back in the day, you know, it was a sheet. All right, you called every girl you knew to come for the video. Stole your parents' bottles and we're like, we're making a music video. And that's the hustle right there. That's real.
That's why the album is called Broke Billionaire. Because we went from broke.
I love that. I love that. And even you talking about, you know, how you met Magic and y'all's relationship. Yeah. I think one of the things that's also really incredible about how you operate as an artist is you do so many collaborations, right? Like even when I was like looking up music to put, you know, on Instagram, when I was promoting this, it was like Kachinga featuring this person featuring Kachinga, like all, you know, all sorts of collabos. You know, what is it about collaborating with other artists that you really enjoy, or, you know, what's that like for you?
I always feel like with collabos is we have like a different reach. Like this right here already is a collabo. You know what I mean? Like you have your people, I have my people, you know. It's that exchange of like, exactly. So that's what I love about collabos. I always feel like, especially for music, I feel it's important because you bring like a different flavor to the song. I can tell you my story, right? But if I can tell you my story and he can tell you his story, that makes the song more interesting. And right now, I feel like people, in terms of like music, people have like a short attention span, right? Okay. Don't really want to listen to like back in the days, you listen to like a 6-minute Wu-Tang rap song. Like that was a thing. Like, but now you're trying to listen to like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you on to the next song, you know? Yeah, that's true. That's true. So for you to keep people like kind of entertained, is like you can only say so much, right? Let someone else say something. Give it flavor. Let it have a vibe. So even like on my album, I thought about like, let me make music. I made a lot of like songs by myself, right? Okay. And like, nah, that's not really what I'm trying to do. Like, I want to reach different audiences. You know, I want to also. If you listen to a song like, I know a Kachinga song, and there's another rapper on it, maybe that's also you like, oh, who was that dude that killed it on that song? Let me look him up. So I feel like that's my way of also like passing the torch. Because I feel with music and art, you're only as good as your reference. You're only as good as your, like someone putting you on, next way you get it on, in terms of art, you know? If I feel like you sharing someone's music genuinely, like, yo, you should listen to this artist, has more effect than any sponsored ad link that I could do on Facebook or anything, you know. There's just like more authenticity to it. So if you listen to a song and you hear a new artist from that song, I feel that's important. Like, I played my part, bro. I can never put you on, but I put you on a song. Yeah, yeah. Like, a lot of artists get a breakthrough from like just a feature. Absolutely. And I think like that collaborative spirit,
when we think about arts and we think about culture, it is these cosigns that we get from other people. Hey, like listen to this artist. Go watch this film with this new actor. Go watch this TV show with this young new talent in it, right? It's like, it's when we get those references from our friends, from people who we trust. That's how it spreads. I mean, that's one of the things I love about this IG Live series, Nikki Banz Live. Like, I'm here to put everybody on to Kachinga, to Zambia. Like, come through,
that platform.
Yeah, come support, come check out this artist. Like, maybe you didn't know what was going on in Zambia. Now you do, right? It's all about building those bridges.
How, there's so many amazing artists that are in Zambia that I feel like the world needs to just open to, In terms of there's mainstream acts, quite alright, but there's also a lot of underground internet rappers, if you want to call them that, that I feel are really dope in Zambia. I've been on the Cape Town scene. As much as people know about a youngster CPT, there's also cats like Uno July, that I've been.
Okay.
Of the game, I see the Benson type of guys. I've seen the game.
Okay.
I've seen.
Shout out,
I know. I've seen the culture, how people move, and there's even if it's Joburg rappers, there's so many mainstream ones, but there's the kids that's on the come up. That I feel like Zambia get those out there more, and then it's through watching artists like me and artists like me trying to put on those cats into the game. Because I was privileged to go to Castlelight and Locks in SA. Shout out to Castlelight for putting me on, you see. And I like to collaborate with
I'm like, sponsors, anybody? Sponsors, hey!
Yeah. So I had a privilege to meet someone big in the culture like Sway, and I remember even the situation for Sway, it was knowing that I was gonna meet Sway at this event was already mind blowing the whole time. I kept thinking if I just meet dude, I'm just gonna rap, regardless of. Yeah, it's Sway. Come on, bro. How else is he gonna know about me? So I get on this stage, right? We at Coca-Cola Dome, or rather they called it the Ticket Dome before they closed it down. So we there, and there's a press conference with Sway, and then he's like, "Do you anybody have questions and what?" So the media, everybody's asking questions, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, "Yo, I'm trying to rap." It's like, "Oh, okay." Who are you? Where you from? I'm like, "I'm from Zambia," and he never knew where Zambia was. He's never heard about. He's like, "Zambia, where is that?" So I'm like, boom, that's my purpose right there. So from that day onwards, he's always gonna. So when I even when I was rapping for him, it's not like I had it all figured out. I'm gonna rap this and that. It was just on the spot. I'm lit. I got that energy, so I'm just I'm lit.
I know. Wow. Yo.
I start rapping, right? I'm rapping. And all I kept telling myself is, whatever you say, don't choke.
Right. Right. You're like, don't choke, just don't choke, just try. Uh-oh, I lost you for a second. Are you back? I see your smiling face. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm just keep going. So yeah. Yeah. Someone was trying to call me.
Oh, you're so popular. It's probably a sponsor or an agent, a fan.
Hey,
it's Mr. 260. Of course, somebody's trying to call you.
Wait, I'm squeezing an ad real quick.
That is too funny. But like this conversation that you're talking about with Sway, even the fact that you like hopped on here onto the live and just started rapping, it's like shoot your shot. You get one chance. Like just go for it. You never know where it'll take you.
I feel like in life, you gotta go through life like the elevator pitch. You know, like that's all you got. It's those like 15 seconds though. You know, and that's why they say when someone says you like an overnight celebrity, they should know like, yeah, you've been an overnight celebrity for like 10 years. Like it didn't just happen overnight. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You were prepared. You were ready for that one shot, that one moment. When it came, boom.
So you must, and also I feel like there's a lot of, especially this is for the young artists out there. There's a lot of like people wanting young artists, like you want like a big artist to put you on. Like as much as I'm telling you about the collaborations and whatnot, but a collaboration is only gonna be if it's like beneficial on both ends, and you're gonna learn that the hard way. You know.
Okay.
But people will collaborate if it's also beneficial for them. They're not just gonna Bands, let me put it on. They're gonna know I'm putting on Nikki Banz because of A, B, C, and D, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So they're not just gonna be putting you on because they think, oh yeah, Nikki Banz is my homie or whatever. So if you're gonna be dope, bring that dope element. But in that same breath, don't expect anybody to put you on, you know?
Yeah.
Like a lot of artists like look at it to like, I need a cosign for me to be out there, you know? So when we're talking about shooting your shot and that elevator pitch is like you taking that moment. I heard this story of like Eminem back in the day, like how he met Busta Rhymes is he met him after a concert and just went to rap for him. You know, he just got a freestyle. So like that's the hunger. That's what people want to see, you know. Like if you want to put somebody on, I need to see that aggression. You know? Like, and that's how I go through life. It's not gonna be given to you. You gotta take it. Like you gotta take it.
I think that's such a good point. Like I hope everybody tuning into this is listening to that because you have to create your own opportunities. You have to put it out there. You know, even for me wanting to launch Nikki Banz Live, I was like, do I need a crew? Yeah. Is somebody gonna help me? Can I do this all by myself? And I was nervous. I was scared. I was like, what if I ask people to join and they're like, no, right? But I was like, you know what? Let me just start it. Let me just try and see what happens. You gotta make your own momentum, and I think that's just like such a good reminder to everybody, you know, and you heard it here from Kachinga, ladies and gentlemen. And so we have about like 10 minutes left, so I'm gonna ask you like one final question, and then I think there's some questions in the chat, which is amazing. Remember, if you want to ask Kachinga a question, we're about to answer them right now. So that little like question bubble with the question mark, you can click on that, type your question in. I'll be looking at those in just a second. But the last question that I have for you before, you know, we go to the fans, I see all the super fans in the chat sending the little hearts. You know, we appreciate y'all, everybody who's here on the live, or, you know, if you're watching the rerun, we appreciate you too. But the last question that I have for you is like, so like, what's next? What should the fans be expecting? What should we be keeping an eye out for? Like, give us all the plugs, give us the shout outs so we can keep an eye out for, you know, all this greatness that you're bringing to us.
Okay, so first things first, the album is on the way. Broke Billionaire. I'm hoping October, right? I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, I'm hoping like October I can fingers crossed. But yeah, the album, you know, there's like a lot in store. A lot, just the rollout. I don't want to sell it. I don't want to sell too much on that.
Okay.
But yeah, look out for that. And also, like, outside. Finally, we can go outside and play. So be on that. We outside. I'm a, you know me. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. I'm gonna be out
Yes.
here hustling. So yo, everybody out there in Zambia, you can catch me. Fanta Color Fest.
Ooh.
So yes, on the 18th of September, catch me at the Fanta Color Fest. That's gonna be at Papa Joe's. I'm gonna be giving away some free T-shirts, bucket hats, and tickets to the Fanta Color Fest. So just be on the lookout for my page. And also, yeah, Jameson Takeover. That's happening on the 25th. Shout out to Jameson. They've been keeping me jiggy.
Hey, there we go. There we go. Shout out to the
Yeah,
sponsors. Shout out to the
always
upcoming events.
hustler.
I mean, Fanta, if you want to fly me into
Yeah.
Lusaka, I'm ready. I'll be there.
Come on, man. Gotta get the fans out here, yo.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Yo, that's amazing. And everybody keep an eye out for keep an eye out for this man's album, hopefully coming soon. Okay, I see that Magic is finally in the questions. We got a question here. Magic in the building, the plug. We've been talking about you on the IG Live, bro. And when are we seeing a record with Magic? TLS.
I need to get him on the album for real, though. Call me.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm looking at the chat right now. I was trying to see who had questions.
Yeah.
And we got an amazing comment in here. It's not a question, just a comment in here from my girl Crystal, aka IB Roland. She says, "No question, just wanted to let him know he is beautiful." Ooh.
Hey, I like support.
I love it. I love it. I mean, I agree completely. You are a stunning human. And honestly, like your IG page, I mean, like I said, if you haven't followed this man on Instagram yet, at 260 worldwide, like the way your IG page is structured, bro, like it's just so, it's fantastic. You got a real style with your grid, with everything going on. It's like he got it's like three pictures all from the same scene, the same setting, the same the same style, and then the next row is three new pictures from the same event. Like it's very curated. That takes effort. That type of focus on social media is incredible. So like if you want to see all the pictures of this beautiful, swaggy, talented, brilliant human, you got to go follow him on IG. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yo, I mean, I'm just like, man, we got like 5 minutes left. And I just think it's just been so inspiring and so cool talking to you.
Big up to Nikki for doing this IG live thing, man. Like, keep it going, man. I'm a man who likes to do a lot of firsts, so I want to be able one day to tell them that I was one of the first ass guests on the NIKKI BANZ live. So one day when you get Drake on this, you know where you started up.
Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that. Oh my, seriously, like if NIKKI BANZ live just blows all the way up, you go, yeah, Kachinga's gonna be like, yeah, I was here first, now tomorrow is Drake, but today it's Kachinga.
Yo, and also, man, just like a big shout out to all my peoples from Zambia, man. Throw the flags in there if you're watching, man. Big shout out to everybody from Zambia that's watching, man. Thank you for the love and support. I wouldn't be anybody. I wouldn't be Mr. 260 if it wasn't for y'all, man. So big shout out to every single one of y'all, man. Come on, man. The love is too much. It's too much.
It's too much.
Out there, man. NIKKI BANZ, where you flying us down to the U.S.? California.
Let's go next summer.
Girl, come on now.
Okay, let's do summertime in LA. So let's go like May May, June next year, because it's getting into winter now. You know, it's gonna get a little cold, a little chilly on that side. So we want to be here, you know, for December. So I'm gonna need you to come to Cape Town for December, okay? And then we'll go to LA next May. I think that's what we got to do. You know, make sure we keep it global. Yes, and truly. So you know, this NIKKI BANZ Live. It's a community. You know, I'm trying to bring on amazing artists, entertainers, entrepreneurs, authors, rappers, actors, all sorts of people from around the world who bring all their gifts, all their talents from all these different countries. Every guest so far has been from a different country, and it's so exciting, you know, to learn from these diverse experiences, these dynamic perspectives. Every single Tuesday, we've got NIKKI BANZ Live here, and Kachinga, such a pleasure. I'm so honored that you came on. Thank you for being part of the NIKKI BANZ Live family and community. This has been fantastic. Remember, go follow Kachinga at 260 worldwide. Look out for the album, everything. Like we support you 100%. And like, thank you for spitting those bars for us. I'm about to go watch the rerun and be like, yeah, I'm gonna take notes. You know, Mona Lisa, all those bars you was spitting. I'm like, okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, one last word, one final word for the people before we sign off.
So I'm gonna teach you a Zambian word.
Okay.
So that every time I'm about to leave a show, I say chapiamo, meaning he's left the building. So are you gonna say with me? Chapiamo.
Chapiamo.
There we go. So I'm gonna say Mr. 260 Chapiamo, and you're gonna say NIKKI BANZ Chapiamo.
Okay, let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay. Allora, ma Zambia, Mr. 260 Chapiamo.
NIKKI BANZ Chapiamo. Blessings, everybody. We'll see you next Tuesday for the next episode of NIKKI